Yo, what up? Is your boy Red, and I'm gonna review Life is Strange Reunion. I've been waiting for this game when I heard about it, and it came really quick, right? Let me tell you, what do I think of Life is Strange Reunion? Well, let me talk about Double Exposure. Did I like Double Exposure? Yeah, I actually enjoyed Double Exposure, not because of the main story. The main story is kind of weak, but the setting, the environment, the ability to, jump through different dimensions, that was cool because I kind of follow the comic books. And I love snow, so I enjoyed the snow areas and stuff like that. But coming into this, I knew it was getting me set somewhere a little bit warmer. Like, I think it's close to Halloween or something. I don't even know. And I got to see more Caledon, different areas that were closed off and stuff. And of course, Chloe's back. Ooh, we love Chloe. I know a lot of people were pissed that she wasn't in the last game. But I was fine with it, And let me tell you, did I really enjoy Reunion? It's okay for me. Maybe I was in the right mindset, but no. For me, this was a decent game. If it didn't have any episodes, so it's just a long playthrough. How long did it take me to beat it? Probably 8 hours, 9. I'm not really sure. I took some breaks here and there. And I love that Max has her rewind powers from the first game. You guys remember that? Yeah, she has those back so you can rewind stuff. You play as Chloe as well. You have her, I wouldn't call it, S-talking, but decent enough to, progress her through the stories and stuff. New characters, security guard and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. Get to see some of the old characters from the old games. Now, one thing I was like going into this, I was like, do my choices matter from Double Exposure? Not really. The only ones that matter is who you were dating, and depending on what choices you made for Chloe and stuff, you can pick all that in the beginning. They go over a whole recap of what happened previously, which is great. I love seeing that. And we get to see Max kind of moving on with her life. Of course, things happen at Caledon. The fire gets exposed, and when she's coming back, and people die. We see, Moses die. That was sad, and other things. So that jumps us into our story. How do we stop this fire from happening? And of course, there's 3 different areas this fire starts. I'm not really going to spoil anything so you guys can play it to see who actually started these fires. You can solve it. It's not that hard, really. And to be honest, exploring was still kind of fun, even though there weren't as many people side talking in this one as they did in Double Exposure, which I liked, hearing different stories, sticking around, hearing about their issues. And Abraxas is a big culprit here, which was somewhat related to Double Exposure, but I was a little bit, I was like, why weren't they a big issue in the last game? This feels like this should have been the story for the last game, and then what happened in the Double Exposure should have been in here. The ending of Double Exposure is kind of mixed because of the dimensions merging, so some things make sense, some didn't. I was kind of confused, like where Diamond was, depending on what your choices were from the last game. Everyone's broken up with Max. I went with the whole I dated everyone, so everyone that's broken up with me, you read the text message, you read the journal. I always brings back, contact that you need in order to progress in this game. And Chloe is great. I enjoyed Chloe's segments. Yes, not an original voice actress, but it's fine. I played, Before the Storm. I loved it, and the voice actress did a good job here. And of course, people, when they get older, they're not as crazy as they were when they were younger, and they kind of throw that in there with monologue and stuff. It's great to see all the characters back though. Vin, he was cool. Moses, cool. Safi, cool. And then Loretta and Reggie. I loved all those guys. But I'll be honest with you, this kind of felt like I was worried that they made this just to satisfy the people that didn't like that Chloe wasn't in the last game, and it kind of feels like that. But it's okay. If this is the ending they want to go with, I'm cool with it, because there's always the comic books if you want to read that. I feel like that was a better ending. It incorporates people that weren't in this video game, like what's her name, Rachel. She could, depending on the choices you made in the comic book, whatever. And other things too, like Steph and stuff like that. I was expecting, especially from the ending of the Double Exposure, to see more people with powers here. We don't get to see that. We don't see anyone from Life is Strange 2. We don't get to see anyone from Life is Strange Colors, which I enjoyed too. And yeah, I was kind of bummed because of that. But I mean, again, a lot of people love this one. I'm in the middle. I don't really hate it. I don't really love it. So you know where I'm at. Did I save everyone in my first playthrough? Yeah, actually, it's pretty easy to save everyone in your first playthrough if you pay attention and look at everything. And do I hope we'll get something after this? Yes, especially the way it ended. I was like, yeah, we need something. Max's powers are really extremely, crazy. We need to see more of that. I don't know if we will, though. They said this is the final episode or final game with Max and Chloe, so that kind of sucks. Maybe we'll see more of that later. Music wise, I didn't really like Double Exposure's music too much. This one, even a little bit less so. There wasn't a banger here. There wasn't a song that you listen to like, yeah, that was Life is Strange Reunion. Nothing. We get some cool throwbacks from, some other songs from previous games, but no, not here. I wish it was a little bit better, but it's still pretty good. I love Tessa, so she's cool. What would I give Life is Strange Reunion? I would give it a 6 out of 10. A little bit above average, but still not good enough for an definitive ending. I love it. Probably play it again, maybe more aggressively. Maybe people die. Maybe that'll make the game better. I don't know. But I saved everyone, and we'll see where this goes. Maybe Diamond will be the main character for the next game because she's just calling me. I don't know. But thank you guys for watching. Hit that like, hit that sub, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.